His album, Harlem World, was nuts. I remember everybody played that album. It actually went quadruple platinum, which is insane for the mid to late 90s during that time. But you have to ask, what was Mace involved with? What was Mace doing that would drive him to abruptly leave Bad Boy, find God, and become a preacher? He literally goes and becomes a preacher. He's still around, and he has said that a lot of why he left Diddy was because Diddy owed him money, but that was also part of when he came back to Bad Boy after he did a long stint in the church and preaching. He actually came back to Bad Boy for a little bit, dropped another album, and he said that Diddy owes him money from not only the first run, but the second run. But I think there's more to it than that. And I think we can point to some of what Mace was actually talking about in some of his songs that would make us think that he was also involved with some of the things that Diddy was. One of the songs I remember from that album was I Need to Be, featuring Monifa. And I remember there was a skit at the beginning, and I remember he's having a conversation with another guy, and it's about a girl. And he says, remember that girl you said was 19? And then Mace says, yeah, I remember that shorty. She was not 19. Word, yeah, she is 19. And then his friend says, I followed her to school. That's how I know. I followed her to school. And then Mason's like, she showed me some ID. And then his friend's like, dudes go to jail for that. So that's what kicks off the song. And it gets pretty explicit after that. He says the next time he sees her, this is after the skit. So tomorrow I use that pressure to undress her. The more that I caress her, the more I feel like I'm her. So I wait for the day, deserve it. But every time I go to touch her, she say I heard it. I can't even talk, and then she say I'm perverted, and then she say, Mace, why we can't wait? What? I ain't worth it? So he goes on throughout this song, basically talking about an underage girl that he's trying to have relations with. And this was pushed during the Diddy era of the mid to late 90s. And then he abruptly leaves.